YouTube channel. I'm Nancy and I recently relocated to the US through K1 visa from Kenya, Africa, and I'm here to share my experience with you. So I'll be speaking about the K1 visa step by step, the timeline consideration, the cost, the tips and challenges, and I'll also be updating you on what has changed in 2025, not as an attorney, but I'll be sharing my experience to help those who are in the same journey as I was. So now that you're here, let's get into it. K1 visa is an immigrant visa granted to the fiancé of an American citizen for the purpose of marriage, and after the marriage, the fiancé can apply for adjustment of status to become a permanent resident of the United States. Not that with K1 visa, you can choose to do the process on your own, you can choose to do the paperwork on your own if you don't want to hire an attorney. But if you have the money to hire an attorney, you can hire an attorney, but it is not a must that you have to hire an attorney or have an agent. You can go through the process on your own and do the paperwork on your own. So last year when we were doing the process, we had to hire an attorney because both of us were so busy and we didn't have the time to do the paperwork, and we paid like almost $500,000 Kenya shillings. It was very expensive. So if you don't have the money, do the paperwork on your own and save some money. So the first step of K1 visa is to apply for form I-129F. And where do you get the form I-129F? You download it from the USCIS websites. And who filed for the petition? Your fiancé, who is an American citizen. So your fiancé, who is an American citizen, will file a petition with the USCIS to establish the relationship eligibility. You'll also need an evidence of intent to marry and proof of a bona fide relationship. So to file your petition, you need the following documents. You need Form I-129F, which you download from the USCIS website. You need the filing fee, which range from $500 to $1,000. So last year we paid almost close to 100,000 Kenya shillings. Your fiancé need to prove their citizenship using their birth certificate or their passport. You need letter of intent to marry. You also need evidence of a bona fide relationship. So before you file for the petition, you need to have met your fiancé once or twice. So you'll use your pictures of the first time or the second time you met. You can use your air tickets for when they travel to see you. You can use your hotel booking documents. You can use your messages. You can use your call logs as an evidence. And you also need to prove that the relationship is ongoing. If you've been married before, you need divorce documents if you've been divorced. And if you're widowed, you need death certificates. You also need 2 passport size photos for the beneficiary and for your fiancé. The beneficiary also need to have a passport. I think those are the most important documents. Plus also your fiancé, your American citizen fiancé, should not have a criminal background. So the second stage is the USCIS approval and transfer to the National Visa Center. So the period for when you file your petition and your approval may take between 7 months, maybe take between 5 months to 7 months, depending on the USCIS workload. But last year when I applied for my petition took 4 months to be approved, which made me so lucky. So it depends. It may take between 5 months to 7 months, but it may take less than that if you are so lucky. So once the USCIS approves, it sends your case to the National Visa Center. The NVC assigns you a case number and forward your documentation to the US Embassy Consulate in Kenya. The USCIS approval and transfer to the National Visa Center may take 4 to 8 weeks. Mine took 4 weeks, which was last year. And then the third step will be to fill your DS-160 and to prepare for your interview. So your fiancé will go ahead and complete the online DS-160 visa application form and submit it online for free. You will get a confirmation page after submission and print the confirmation page with the barcode. And when your case reaches the embassy, they will direct you to the visa appointment scheduling system. You will then pay $265 to book your interview with the US Embassy Consulate in Kenya for those who are in Kenya. So after you book your interview, you need to collect all the documents. You'll need your passport, your birth certificate, you'll need a police clearance certificate. If you stayed in another country apart from Kenya for more than 6 months, you'll need a police clearance certificate from that country. You'll need evidence of a bona fide relationship. You need to collect all the documents. You need pictures, you need the messages, you need your call logs. Those are the evidence you're supposed to carry for the interview. You'll also need to go for a medical exam. You need to go for a medical exam at a specific time because the medical exams expire within 6 months. So you need to go when your interview is almost approaching. So your medical results don't expire before your interview. So step number 4 will be to schedule your medical exam and to prepare for your visa interview. So your medicals must be done by embassy approved physician like the IOM, the International Organization for Immigration in Gigiri, Nairobi, for those who are in Kenya. So when you're going for your medicals at the IOM, don't forget to carry money with yourself. You need to have money in your M-Pesa or go with a Visa card, because you need to pay a fee of between 50,000 Kenya shillings to 60,000 Kenya shillings. It varies with years. So last year we paid around 56,000. I can't remember the exact amount, but carry between 50,000 Kenya shillings to 60,000 Kenya shillings, because you'll have to pay a medical fee of 50,000 Kenya shillings to 60,000 Kenya shillings at the medical. So the 5th stage will be your visa interview and travel to the US. So your interview day is here. Wake up very early for your interview. Make sure you have all the documents that you need. It really rains a lot in Gigiri. For those who are going for their interview in Nairobi, Gigiri, it rains a lot. Make sure you get a plastic file to protect your documents. Protect them with all you got. Protect them like your life depends on it. It rains a lot and it's very cold. Make sure you wear warm clothes. Carry all the documents. Make sure you're there on time. Make sure you have your document. Don't forget your letter of intent to marry. Like when I went for my interview, so many people did not carry their letter of intent to marry. Carry your own letter of intent to marry. Carry your fiancé letter of intent to marry, just to be safe, because those are some of the documents that people forget. Make sure you carry all the required documents and all the copies and all the originals. And when you're approved, you'll get a green form. So after they give you the green form, you'll have to wait for like 3 days to a week. You'll be getting notification from the embassy, and then they'll send you your visa to the nearest DHL. And then after that, you'll have, I think, 90 days to travel to the US. That is approximately 3 months. You have 3 months to prepare and travel to the US. So you can decide to travel immediately or decide to travel before your entry expires. So when you get to the US, you'll also have another 90 days to marry and start your adjustment of status process. So if you're on your K1 visa journey or your interview is closed, I wish you all the best and I wish you all the success, and may you succeed during this process. So thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next, and bye.